just when fans thought the dream was alive again. Bam! It's over before it even began. The Gallagher brothers are back at it, and not in the way Oasis fans were hoping for. One tweet, one jab, and the fragile hope of an Oasis reunion goes up in smoke again. If you followed Liam and Noel for even 5 minutes, you know this story has more twists than a Britpop guitar solo. But this latest blow-up? It might just be the final chord in a song fans can't stop replaying. Whispers of a reunion had been building. Liam dropping cryptic hints. Noel giving icy maybes. Rumors swirled. Venues were speculated. Fans dared to believe. Then came a tweet. Sharp. Dismissive. Vintage Gallagher. And suddenly, 2025 turned back into 2009. It's the same old cycle. Hope rises with a Liam interview. Noel throws shade in the press. Twitter becomes the battlefield. And fans? Left clinging to what if. For now, Oasis remains a beautiful tragedy. A band frozen in time. Legendary because it ended too soon. And if this truly is the end of the reunion road, at least they went out in classic Gallagher fashion. Loud, messy, and unforgettable. The hope that was. Just a few months ago, whispers of a possible Oasis reunion started making noise again. Liam hinted at it on Twitter. Noel told a podcast he'd never say never. And for a moment, it felt real. Hope flickered across the fandom like a spark on dry kindling. Headlines exploded. Festival rumors flew. Ticket bots braced themselves. For the first time in years, the war seemed to cool. Interviews grew less venomous. Even tabloid shots caught them cracking half smiles instead of throwing full punches. But if history's taught us anything, when it comes to the Gallaghers, where there's hope, there's always a grenade waiting to go off. Noel called Liam a man-child. Liam fired back, calling Noel a soulless carrot. Just like that, boom. Maybe it was never real. Maybe the dream was the point. Like a song you'll never hear live again, but still crank up in the car, eyes closed, remembering when the world felt young and louder than ever. The falling out again. So what happened this time? It started with Liam, as it often does, lashing out in a tweet, calling Noel a miserable little man with a god complex. Classic Liam. Noel fired back in an interview, saying, quote, "I'd rather eat glass than share a stage with that gobshite." And just like that, boom. Another Oasis dream shattered on the battleground of ego, sarcasm, and Twitter. What followed was the usual. Liam doubling down with more insults. Noel responding with cold detachment. Fans caught in the middle, torn between hope and déjà vu. 1 minute, there's talk of reunion. The next, they're torching bridges again, louder than ever. They've gone from brothers in arms to verbal snipers, locked in an endless loop of grudges, guitar riffs, and tabloid headlines. Some say it's theater. Others say it's trauma. Either way, it's so very Oasis. And still, every time the dust settles, the question rises again. Will they ever get back together? Or are we just watching the world's most dysfunctional band never finish saying goodbye? Why this feud won't die. So why can't these two bury the hatchet? Or at least stop throwing it at each other? Some say it's personal. Others say it's performance art. But deep down, there's something tragically poetic about watching two musical geniuses locked in an endless grudge match. They've clashed over everything: control, credit, even lifestyle. Keith once mocked Mick's anatomy in his memoir. Mick barely responded, but the sting lingered. Unbearable, Keith called him. Controlling. And yet they never walk away. Maybe because beneath the bickering, there's a strange kind of respect. One built not on affection, but on necessity. They need each other to finish the sentence. Mick brings the spark. Keith brings the smoke. Together, they burn. It's funny. It's frustrating. It's kind of iconic. But for fans, it's torture and addictive. Because every time it looks like the end, they pick up their instruments, and suddenly, the feud fades into the music. And that, right there, might be the most Rolling Stones thing ever. What it means for fans. Every year, millions of fans hold on to the hope that the brothers Gallagher will finally reunite, light up the stage, and give Oasis the final chapter it deserves. For some, it's nostalgia. For others, it's unfinished business. The songs still echo through pubs, playlists, and stadium chants. a soundtrack to youth, rebellion, and raw brilliance. But today, hope fades. Again, a snide tweet here, a cold shoulder there. The cycle continues. Fans watch from the sidelines, wondering if the rift is too wide or if the pride is just too deep. And yet, the hunger remains. Every cryptic interview, every solo tour announcement, every rumor sparks a new wave of speculation, until egos are humbled or wallets are filled, or maybe both. Oasis will remain just that, a distant mirage in a rock and roll desert, a band frozen in time, a story paused mid-sentence, and a dream that refuses to die. So what do you think? Is the reunion dream officially dead, or just in hibernation until the next scandal hits? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Could a surprise tour announcement be lurking around the corner? Or are the Glimmer twins finally fading into legend? Has the fire burned out? Or is it just waiting for one last spark? We want to hear it all. Your theories, your hopes, your hot takes. Drop your thoughts in the comments. The louder, the better. And if you're craving more rock drama, backstage secrets, and heartbreak set to a killer riff, hit subscribe. Don't look back in anger. We're due. Rage, we won't judge. Just don't miss the next act.